Alright, let's do this thing. There's only one disappointing difference between this list and what we discussed last stream. And, well, upon inspection of the list, it's pretty obvious. But if this shell does well without that obvious card, I think I would certainly be in the league for borrowing it and then cutting some of the spice, some of the fun-ups, and then making for said card that shall remain unnamed. So we're 0-0 against an opponent that's 2-2. Let's see how we can do. I lost the dice roll. Seems like a pretty good hand, actually. Despite having to open on Tularia West, I think I might still keep this. It's got a Lily. It's got an Inquisition. It's got some removal. We got all three of our colors, so explosives will be good. Well, potentially good. Depends on the matchup. See our opponent's up to over there. Okay, so they're on Dredge. There's a couple things we can do against Dredge, but they're pretty limited. Him conflagrating here, I think he meant, well, we definitely have to hand hate him because he could have a couple different spells to go off with here. Yeah, so we just grab the Narco. So he actually didn't have the spell I was worried about. I'm assuming he scryed an action card to the top. This might be Hardcast Golgari. Lily's not good in this matchup at all, fortunately. She does not do what she wants. She does not do what we want her to do. And oh wow, he had a Cathartic. What's up, Ike? It's an interesting looking Cathartic reunion. It's a little weird looking, isn't it? So now we're toast. Yeah. It's okay, we'll board. I mean, I have a Bajuka Bog we can tutor up, so if we make it to Bajuka Bog status, just got to rally the peasants build. Is there anything you're supposed to put the explosives on in this matchup? It's 2, right? For Narcos and Bloodghasts. So I could see us, well, we need another blue source besides the breeding pool. Why don't we go ahead and just play this? No, I mean, I think it's correct to prime the explosives. We're going to be hard-pressed to do it later. Let's go ahead and prime explosives for what we probably need it to be, which is 2. Hits Bloodghast, hit Narcos. If we see a fetch or a blue source, I can transmute this for the Bajuka Bog. There's a Narco. 2 or 3, but you like 2 better? Yeah, we'll go with 2. I mean, hell, I could dismember an Amalgam to buy us a little time. We just need to buy enough time to Bajuka Bog this guy. Bogging him buys us a lot of time, but hopefully we draw. I mean, like, Lilies are unfortunately like exactly the threat we can't have against Dredge. We'll take both of them out. There's so many matchups where these are nuts, but this is one of the few where she's just not. The reason I shocked myself on the breeding pool instead of playing it off the forest is we're hoping for another blue source to be able to transmute. What would really suck is if we draw another Tularia, and then that's how we have to transmute. Alright, Ghost Quarter. I don't really want to quarter myself to triple amalgam. Jeez. Maybe we should have set this to 3, good lord. I don't really want to set this, I don't really want to Ghost Quarter myself just to get the other blue source, but we might have to. If I do Ghost Quarter myself, we can go ahead and transmute. Oh, did you, Ike? Nice. I'm just thinking about how we could get that into play. need to leave the Urborg so we can follow up with the Dismember. This Explosives doesn't need to be popped here, so we're going to take 9. He's going to put in some blood gases here as well. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Rally the Peasants makes it over lethal. I think we just actually go ahead and scoop it up and don't give him any more information. Well, if we hold up Explosives, we take him off the narco damage and the blood gas damage. So we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I do just scoop, though. I want to see what basics he has. This isn't a hand to beat Dredge, and it's okay. We'll beat him games 2 and 3. Anytime you play like one of the more or less fair decks of the format, you're looking to figure out what your opponent's on game 1, hope that you have some tools for it, and then, interesting, doesn't want to show me what it is. Or he doesn't have a basic. Or his basic was in his hand. Alright, so, Dredge. Soul's Betrayal is a thought. Dismember is going to come out as well. We may still run Tazgir and Gurmagur. Hold up. Hold the phone. Alright, hand hate's not very good at all, and if we run any hand hate, it's going to be Inquisitions. What I'm interested in is Cage. I'm interested in Tour mods. I'm interested in Scoos. They're the things that have to come in. Flaying Tendrils as well. That's kind of a hedge to Dredge. The only thing it doesn't get rid of is the Amalgam, but it gets rid of everything else. This is more so for like Kitchen Finks decks as well. Liliana the Veil also needs to come out, so what are we cutting? We're cutting Thoughtseizes, Dismember. Damnation buys you time, but it's the same kind of power level as Knight of Soul's Betrayal, kind of low power level. Engineered Explosives probably needs to come out. Abrupt Decay needs to come out. Maelstrom Pulse needs to come out. So we actually need to bring in 2 more cards. Interestingly enough. Devour Flesh can come in, the second Devour Flesh. We can like flush one of our own threats to buy us time, give us some life points. Yeah, Lily, Foretold, Damnation, Knight. We have room for 1 more card. What would it be, Stream? I got room, maybe we just run like a Miser's Decay. Don't think any of these are useful. Pulse isn't bad. Yeah, I mean Pulse is okay. He can hit a bunch of Amalgams. Maybe you still run Explosives. Explosives is an artifact for our Delirium. You like Pulse, actually? You like Pulses? Run Pulse? Okay. They have a lot of redundancy. Actually, is Pulse just better than Damnation, or is that debatable? Run Pulse or EE? I like EE because if we can Delirium the Flayer, then he's bigger than the... He'll be bigger than the prized Amalgams if we can Delirium him. Let's see, we got Planeswalker, Sorcery, Enchantment. Yeah. I think we keep Life from the Loam in, because we have the Dark Arts still. Let's try the EE. I like that idea. Try to continue to that's now we're up to 4 artifacts. We did just cut a Walker, but we added some enchantments. Sorry. This is not really the hand to do it, is it? Well, this hand seems too fair against Dredge. Doesn't have any of our sideboard hate. I think we do Mull 6 that has a piece of sideboard hate. This doesn't either, but we're at least scrying, and I don't really want to go down too much further just to hope for hand hate. Or, excuse me, not hope for hand hate, but to hope for interaction, like graveyard interaction. We may want to go to even further than this. What is this? This is turn 1, Suspended Ancestral. We get a Scry, so maybe we'll see if we're going to get the Foretold, and then we would hold it. That's the only reason I would hold this Ancestral is if we Scry and we see an Foretold on top. Otherwise, I'm totally into... Now, because we have Grim Flayers, I'll need to shock myself, but I'll keep here. How's it going, Jittery? I'm gonna bottom this Misty. I guess it's not gonna matter because I'm probably turn 1 Mistying. Like, we want to go Ancestral into Grim Flayer, right? What's up, Jittery? What brings you to the Bruce by the Magic Guy show? You do indeed have a wrench.